Another skill fifth graders work on is evaluating and writing expressions. Evaluate is a fancy word for solve. When you have an expression, it's like an equation except there's no equal sign. So students learn the order of operations. We use an acronym to remember our steps. So it's please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. We always start with parentheses. Then we'll move on to exponents, multiplication and division from left to right. So if they are the only two operations, they don't mind taking turns. You would solve them from left to right. And then addition and subtraction, again, left to right if they are the only two operations left. We're going to start with writing the expressions. So students will get sentences, like you can see, and they will have to write the actual expression without words. This requires students to know the vocabulary and know what vocab means what operation. So our first expression says the sum of 4 and 6 multiplied by 5. So we always want to start from the left. So I have the sum, I know sum means addition, of 4 and 6. So I have 4 and 6, that and is telling me they're grouped together, and I need the sum of them. So I need to take my 4 and add my 6 together. Multiplied by 5. So I know multiplied is multiplication, so I would take this and I would multiply it by 5. Now, because it says the sum, that is the answer to an addition problem, I need to put parentheses around the 4 plus 6 because I need the answer of 4 plus 6 before I multiply by 5. All right, our next one says 8 less than the quotient of 60 and 3. So I know less than is subtraction. I know quotient is division. So 8 less than the quotient of 60 and 3. It's important to read out the whole expression first because I am not doing 8 minus the quotient of 60 and 3. That would bring us into the negatives. I need to find the answer to a division problem, and then I'm taking away 8. 8 less than the answer to the division problem. So I need to start with 60 divided by 3, and then I would take away my 8. So with the order of operations, I would do 60 divided by 3 first automatically. However, students can also put parentheses around it just to remind them that is happening first. All right. Our next one is the product of 12 and 3 divided by the difference of 11 and 2. So I have product, I know is the answer to a multiplication problem. Divided by is division. And then I know difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. The product of 12 and 3, so again that and is grouping them together, 12 times 3 divided by the difference of 11 and 2. Difference is subtraction, and that is the answer. So 11 minus 2. This problem requires parentheses, again, because product is the answer to the multiplication problem. I need the answer to 12 times 3 divided by difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. So divided by the answer of 11 minus 2. All right. So students will not only have to write expressions, they are also going to be responsible for evaluating them using the order of operations that we talked about earlier. So for the next two examples, I'm going to write the expression and then I'm also going to solve using the order of operations. 10 less than the difference of 25 and 2. 10 less than, difference is the answer to subtraction. 25, and 2. So I'm going to have 25 minus 2 in parentheses because I need that answer, and then I need 10 less than that answer. So I'm going to start with my parentheses because, again, if we go back to our order of operations, parentheses is first. So I'm going to do 25 minus 2. That is going to give me 23. And then I'm going to rewrite everything I have not solved yet. So now I have 23 minus 10. That is going to give me an answer of 13. So again, notice these are expressions. There was no equal sign, but I still was able to evaluate or solve it. All right, our next example, the product of 4 and 5 subtracted from 40. Product is the answer to multiplication. Subtracted from tells me that I'm going to be doing subtraction, but I'm going to take whatever my answer of 4 times 5 is, taking that away from 40. So I'm actually going to put my 40 first. 40 minus my 4 times 5. And then again, I can solve using my order of operations.